are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Congratulations on the movie hitting theaters.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How do you feel about all of it?
I am excited. It's been a long time coming, and it's been really nice to be able to reunite with some old friends, and I'm very happy that people are going to get a chance to see the movie.
Now, you've directed things such as, 50-50 and Warm Bodies. What was it like directing All the Boys Love Mandy Lane?
It was my first movie, so I had no idea what I was doing, but it was the most fun I've ever had on a movie set, and we had such a great time, and we were able to do things. I think having it be your first film, you don't know the rules, so you're able to violate the rules in really interesting ways, and it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. And can you say there was a challenging scene to direct, a specific scene for this movie?
Oh gosh, what was challenging to direct for this movie? Well, I think the great thing and the challenging thing about this movie, it was all incredibly challenging. It's, you're shooting 6-day weeks, which is something you don't generally do, if you can help it. But for financial reasons, you have to shoot 6-day weeks, so you're getting no sleep. Basically, your only day off, you're shooting till 5 in the morning. So you get half a day, and you're just exhausted the whole time. And it really requires a lot of blood, sweat, and people putting their souls into it to have it even come out.
Right. And what can we expect next for Jonathan Levine?
I am writing something that I'm hoping to direct in a few months that I can't talk about, but it's going to be awesome.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to it.
I don't know. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was great meeting you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Nice to meet you. So, for this movie, what attracted you to this specific project?
Wow. I have to say, when you read this script, you first think it's a horror film. And then you start reading, and you get to about page 15, and it's hilarious. And it was such a great script that I think that when everyone actually got it in their hands, people really didn't care what money was behind it, really where it was being filmed. I have to say, everyone really read that film going, this is going to be a great way to portray horror, but at the same time humor. And Jacob did a fantastic job, and Jonathan directing it. They put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and you'll see tonight.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, how did you, develop your character? What went into that, developing your specific character?
Everyone obviously has been to high school, and I have to say I really thought back of what it was like in high school, and I was a cheerleader, which my character was a cheerleader, and really what the stipulations were. And when you're in high school, especially nowadays, it's tough. And I really took in Marlon as someone who, my best friend, Amber, Whitney Abel in the film, really liked to joke around about being overweight. And every high school girl can definitely relate to that. I think for me it was looking back to what I went through in high school. I had a great high school, experience, but there was definitely things that I thought about, and Marlon definitely touched all of that, from boys to weight to partying. I think anyone who's been to high school can relate to this film.
So it dragged you back a little bit.
Oh, definitely brought me back. Definitely brought me back. And especially now, this film coming out, with everything that we're hearing on bullying, and I think it's a really good film. I think every person can really relate to this film.
Awesome. And is there a favorite moment on set while you were filming, a favorite scene you had?
I have to say at the house. So we filmed on this beautiful ranch that actually had a cemetery that you don't see in the film, had a cemetery in the backyard. So every night that we were there, we felt like the house was haunted because weird things were happening the entire time we were there. I have to say the scene when we're all actually we're having a drinking game. We're pretty much, I want to say, we're playing like a quarters / truth or dare is what we were playing. And that was actually our first night of shooting. So it was really nice to have the entire cast sitting around getting to know each other. So for me, that was my definitely most memorable night of the film.
Awesome. Yeah. And what can we look forward to next for Melissa?
I just had twins 2 months ago.
Congratulations.
And I have a 2.5-year-old, so I've been busy the last 2.5 years. So right now, I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I have 3 little boys, and for me, my last 3 years was to get the family, focus on the family and, have children, and now I'm back, so we'll see.
Thank you so much. It was great meeting you.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you.
finally, this is Shedding Line is coming into theaters. How does that feel for you?
It feels great. I'm really proud of this movie. I really like this one a lot. I said for years I've been in a lot of movies and 3 of them have been good, and this is one of them for sure at the time. So it's great. I've always held the belief that if this movie just gets out there, that it's going to find its audience and people are going to enjoy it. And I certainly hope that's the case. I'm just glad it's finally getting its day.
Right, and I know some critics have said, this is not a typical horror film. How would you classify this film?
No, I think that's exactly right. This is a film with a unique feel to it. I think it explores a lot about adolescence and high school and kind of what a lot of people go through in a very interesting kind of way. It's got a cool look to it. It was cinematically, I think, unique in terms of the choices that they made. I think this is Jonathan Levine's first film. I think you can tell his talent as a director right off the bat. So I think that's a fair assessment. It definitely. I mean, story-wise, it's probably similar to a lot of films that you've seen, but in terms of how it feels, in terms of the actual movie-going experience, I think it's much different.
Awesome. And is there a challenging scene for you, the most challenging that you had to put on as an actor?
Well, without, I guess, giving too much away for people who want to see it and, haven't been already have the movie spoiled for them by 7 years of blogs about it. I think, there were some stunts we had to do, and we pretty much all did our own stunt work, so I just had to try not to hurt some of my fellow actors. There was one scene in particular where we ended up kind of hurting each other pretty bad, and I think it's what ends up in the movie because it looks very real because it kind of was real. So that was probably the biggest physical challenge in terms of making the film. But it was a lot of fun. We had this movie was like summer camp when we made it. It was just so much damn fun. I'm so glad it's finally just getting seen. It's great.
Good. And then what can we expect next from Michael Welch?
Well, I'm working. I'm very lucky. I have a film out right now called Grace Unplugged. It's doing very well. I just finished a movie called The Grounds and a movie called Boy Meets Girl. And then next year I actually collaborated last year with the guys from Mandy Lane, the writers Tom Hamnick and Jacob Foreman. We did a movie called The Well. And you can look out for all the Boys Love Mandy. Sorry, that's this movie, The Boys of Abu Ghraib. I'm going to be in an episode of Grimm coming up, so I'm doing fine. I'm working.
A lot of stuff to look forward to.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful meeting you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
So how do you feel that this movie's finally coming out and hitting theaters?
It's a little bittersweet, I think it was a roller coaster ride for everybody when it first came out. I mean, it was such a low budget production that we really, bonded. I'm still friends with these people. We're really close with some of them, and so I think over the years we all kind of went through those peaks and valleys with the movie because it was almost coming out and then it wasn't, and then it was like stuck in a hedge fund and then it wasn't, and now it's still doesn't feel like it's actually happening. So I'm kind of just waiting till it actually starts in the theater, and then I'll let you know how I feel. Because this just doesn't seem like it's going to actually happen. It's been too long.
Well, how did you develop your character in this movie?
John Levine just threw me like a pair of cowboy boots and some army shorts, and then I just figured who the guy was that would wear those items. That was pretty much it.
What was your favorite part of filming? What was your favorite maybe scene you filmed for this movie?
I think that scene was actually cut out of the movie. But I don't know. I just know that we had so much fun just waiting around, and we shared a trailer, like one RV for the entire cast. So when we'd have to go to the set, that was fun, because then you'd have all the girls go to the back and close the back half of the trailer, and all the guys would go to the front, and you'd change, because it was such a low-budget movie. Nobody had their own trailer. So that, to me, was like just a blast. It felt like summer camp.
Yeah. Is there a challenging scene for you that you had to perform as an actor?
I just think being scared is a little, challenging. So maybe my last scene. was fun.
And what can we expect next for Aaron?
I got a couple of things coming up. Got a movie coming out at the end of the month called Losers Take All. It's sort of an 80s punk rock movie that Kevin Smith's releasing. And then next year on HBO, there'll be like a little mini-series that I did with Emily Mortimer. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was great meeting you. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it's Katie Campbell again at the premiere of all the Boys Love Mandy Lane, and I hope you enjoyed the interviews with the stars. We got real personal. Thanks for watching.